Thank you for joining this lesson. We're going to handle number 1. Use logarithm tables to evaluate 130.9 divided by 27.68 multiplied by 100.9 raised to 2/3. Remember to subscribe to this channel and to also share the link with friends. So we're going to use the logarithms tables, and for us to use the logarithm tables, it's good we organize our work in a good format. So I can have all the numbers at this point, then their standard form, then the logarithm of each number. So with this kind of an arrangement now, we're going to have everything done. So we can start with the first number. The first number is 130.9. So the standard form is going to be 1.309 multiplied by 10 power 2. So the logarithm is going to start with the power, the index of 10. So the logarithm of 10 is usually the index at which it has been raised. So we have 2 points. The logarithm of this other part is read from the table. Therefore, we're going to read the logarithm of 1.309. So I go to my maths table. Yeah, the tables of logarithms. 1.3. So this is the log of the table of logarithms. 1.3 is here. So we have 1.3 here. Then I go to 0. Then I add what is in the column for 9. So in the column of 9, I'm going to have 3, 1. So I'll add a 3, 1 at this point. And that will become 0.1170. 1170. Therefore, that is what I'll write at this end now. 1170. So that is the logarithm. The second number is 27.68. So this is 2.768 multiplied by 10 to the power of 1. So I'll have 1 point because the index of 10 is 1. Then I'm reading now 2.768 from the table. So the logarithm of 2.7. So I begin with the 2.7. Then I need 6. 2.7. Then the column for 6 is here. This is what I'm having. Then I add the one in the addition column for 8. So at 8, when I go down, the aligning value is 1, 3. Therefore, I'm going to add 1, 3 at this point, such that it is 0.4422. 4422. 4422. So 4422. That is the logarithm. The next is 100.9. Therefore, this is 1.009 multiplied by 10 power 2. So the logarithm is 2 points. So I read the log of 1.009 from the math table. So back to the math table. 1.00, 1.0, 1.00. Then I add at the column for 9, whereby there is a 38. So 38 is going to take this point. So it will be 0.0039. 0.0039. Now that the two numbers here have been multiplied, then we are going to add their logarithms. This is going to be 1, carry 1, 6. Then this is going to be 4.3. So that is going to be the logarithm for the denominator. Again, something to note is that the numerator and the denominator have been divided. Therefore, the resulting logarithm from the denominator and that from the numerator should now be subtracted. Therefore, if I push this one, 2.1170, and this one, which is 3.4461, then I need to subtract the logarithms such that this is going to be 9, then this is going to be 0. We're going to have a 7 because of 11. Then this one has become a 0, so we borrow 1 here, we make it a 10, so that this is 6. Now we have 1 minus 3, which makes it about 2. Therefore, we are having about 2.6709. The other thing now which is remaining is to enter the power, which is a fractional index, 2/3. Therefore, to deal with 2/3, it means there is a cube root, then power 2. So we begin by dealing with the cube root, whereby for us to deal with the cube root, because if we have a power m out of n, to handle this, we usually take the nth root of a, then we raise to power m. So this means we need to first of all take the third root, and that means for the logarithms, we divide by 3. So to divide everything by 3, we realize that the characteristic is not divisible by 3. To make it divisible by 3 fully, we have to subtract 1. We have to subtract 1 to make it by 3, so that we may divide it by 3. Then we add. Now, on the Mandisa part, whereby we have 0.6701, now that we have borrowed a 1 on the characteristic part, we add it now, such that it is 1.6709, and also we divide it by 3. Therefore, when we divide this by 3, we will have by 1 plus, when we take 1.6709 out of 3, this gives us 5570, 0.5570. So we're going to have this one now, when combined, as by 1.5570. Now with this, we now raise to power 2. Remember, it was power 2/3. We raise to power 2. Therefore, we're going to multiply by 2. And multiplying by 2 will make this one 0, then 14. We get 4, carry 1. This becomes 10 plus 1, 1, carry 1, 10 again, 1, carry 1, such that this is by 2 plus 1, which makes it about 1. Therefore, we're going to have now the log as by 1.1140. Now we should get back so that we may know the number whose logarithm is this. And stepwise, we're going to have 10 raised to the power of -1 because of this characteristic part. Then now we need the anti-log of 1140. So we go to the anti-logarithm tables. We go to anti-logarithms, whereby we need 117. I think the value is, yeah, 1140. So the antilog of 1140 is going to be here. So it's 1.1, 1.3, 1.3. So 1.300. So this is going to be 0.13. So that is going to be the answer part.